All right. Hello, everybody. Hey there. Welcome to Fatbirdfinds Crafting. This is Laura, and I'm so glad you're here. Welcome in. Welcome in. So, we're going to be doing a tutorial tonight on making junk journal charms with vintage poker chips. This is my cat, Jovi. You can't see her, but you can hear her. Hi, Jovi. She thinks I'm talking to her. So, yeah, welcome on in. We're going to say hi to a few friends, but we're going to then dive right into the tutorial so that if that's what you're here for, I want to make sure that you get the lesson that you expected, and then maybe afterwards we might do some chatting. So yeah, let me just say hello. So hello to Karen Radford and Dawn. Welcome in. Welcome in. So everybody should just be filing in. Karen, since you're here, if you want to just welcome everybody in the chat. Hi, Grace. Hi, Christy. Hi, Greg. Look, lurk and listen. That's good. I'm going to have Karen and Christy and whomever, you guys greet each other in the chat and chat away. I'm going to dive right into what we're doing tonight so that people watching the video that need the tutorial, they're going to have it right now. And then I'll catch up with you guys in chat later, but you guys all feel free to chat amongst yourselves while we're crafting together, and craft along too if you want to. Okay? So I'm going to, first of all, while we're turned this way, I'm gonna turn face down, but while we're this way, I'm gonna show you what we're working with tonight. So what you want to be on the lookout for, yes, Grace, what you want to be on the lookout for is these, like at a yard sale or an estate sale. You can see here the box is all tattered up. I was surprised. I mean, I was willing to keep them intact if they had some value because, if you guys don't know me, or it's your first time here or something, I'm also a reseller. I just like crafting as well with vintage items. So I did check first. They really don't have a lot of resale value, especially when the box is in this condition. So that was good news for me because that just gave me all the more reason to craft. It is a cool looking graphic and stuff on the box though. Check that out. Isn't that fun? Hello. Hi, Diane. So, yeah, so we've got the typical red, blue, and white. And in this particular set, we've got some have the little fleur-de-lis impressions on them. And I think some of them have horseshoes. We might see those as we go along. I'm not going to. Oh, yeah, here's one. I think that's just the only two designs that in this box. Oops, you can't really see that white. Here we go. See, there's the horseshoe. And so for this particular one, we can just use any color, any color. This is personal preference, so the color doesn't matter. Also, if you want to just listen, you can hear, I don't know if you can hear or not, but these are more like a pasteboard or chipboard kind of material, kind of a cardboard, just covered in this thicker paper for the chips. If you've never had these before, they're a lot, they just have a great feel to them. They're fun to play with too. Like if you're going to play cards and really use them for that, they're fun for that purpose too. They're not loud like the plastic, if you're playing on card tables and things like that. So they're just fun to have all the way around. I think these were, no kidding, like $1 or 50 cents for this whole box. And then I found another box not too long ago. So I felt I felt like it was just a huge bargain. So I was really super lucky. So yeah, I would the other things I could recommend would just be, your same old roots for vintage, like looking at a thrift store, Facebook Marketplace, things like that. Um, and, you know, antique mall, that kind of thing. So maybe you will also look up on some of these. I will take stock of my inventory. I'm not sure how many are in the other box. So I might be persuaded to part with some. You've never seen these before? So I might be persuaded to part with some. I might put together some little packs. If you want to email me at fatbirdfinds@gmail.com, I'll give you some information on that because I want you to be able to do the craft at least one time so that when you find these in the future, you know, you're going to know how to do it. So yeah, these are fun. Fun, fun, fun. So let me show you what we have actually got here. So welcome in, everybody. As I was explaining, I want to go ahead and do the tutorial part of the video, and then I will catch up with all your wonderful chatting at the end. So let me turn on the back camera here. And here's what we've got to work with. So if anybody has I'm going to try to go through the tutorial. If you've got a question, if you will put it all in caps. I do have my iPad to the side here. It's got about, I'd say, a 5-second delay. So I will watch to see if there's any questions that I can answer for you guys. It is really straightforward though. So I think you're going to find it, I mean, super easy. I think the real key is your hunt for these cute little poker chips. But it turns out that they are the perfect size for some of your standard punches. And basically what we're going to do is we are going to glue vintage images to the front. I like to leave the back plain. I just like the way that it looks. If you want to do the back of them also, that's totally up to you. But I happen to like the way that they look with just the back left like they are. So here's the size. This punch here was gifted to me. It is 1.5 inches or 3.81 centimeters. And that happens to be the perfect size for this set of poker chips. And for probably any poker chips, I would imagine that they're all pretty much the same size. It's the best way to buy something. Okay, so, and then to complement that, the 1-inch punch is perfect for putting an image like right in the center. So I made a little trip to the craft store today in preparation for this just to see what little additional trinkets that I could find to add to our project. And I've got the project in various stages here. So let me first show you a little finished project here, and then we'll back up and do it step by step because it is very easy, but it's super addictive and super fun. Once you make one, you want to just keep going. So I've got these displayed on just little playing cards. These are not vintage. Vintage would be cute too. And so here we go. Here is this adorable one right here that is a little deer. Is that cute or what? Angela, I bet you love this one. And as you can see, the back is just the poker chip itself. But so cute because when you hang it on a page, on your journal page or on your journal cover, it's going to lay like this. And so I like to leave the back. Now, if you're going to put it on a bag, like a bag clip or a bag charm, you might want to go ahead and do the back because it's, you know, going to flounce around or bounce around with your purse and all that kind of stuff. And so that's perfectly fine. And you can just do that if you want to. Also, for purposes of this video, I did not Mod Podge the front, but you can certainly do that if you think that it needs, for the wear and tear, that it needs to be, have like a top coat on it, right? So Look at that sweet little face. So I did find these little bows at Hobby Lobby. They look like this. I think they're 40% off right now. All the Paper Studio this week is 40% off. So there's only 8 in the package. I wasn't super thrilled with this option. I'm sure that on some of those, like Temu kind of websites and things like that. I have not looked on Amazon yet, but I'm sure on some of those sites I've seen jars of little gingham bows and stuff, and you can just glue them on yourself. And I think that would be so cute. But I just didn't have them accessible to me today. I'm going to be on the hunt for some though. So you guys can share in the community chat if you find the link like on Amazon or whatever for a big affordable lot of those bows. Just share that info and we can all like order us some because I think their bow really makes it, right? Isn't that cute? Here's what it looks like. Here's what some of them look like without the bow, and they're cute too. I'm not going to put a bow on her because she's already hiding in the tree and it'll hide her face. But I think she is adorable. And then some of them, like, okay. Oh, then the other thing that you need to know is for this one, we're using bulb pins. They're called that because they are shaped like a light bulb. Okay. So here they come like this. They come in a big package. They come in colors or they come just like all the other metal um, little fine jewelry findings. They come like in the bronze and in the gold and in the silver tone. Here, hang on. This little guy worked perfectly for this. Okay. So see, it's like a little safety pin on this end and like a little light bulb down here. So it's called a bulb pin. And they're super cheap, very versatile. They're very cute. You can also do you can actually also do buttons with these. Let me see. I think I've got some here. Julie on her show one day, she was selling this whole little bag of findings. And hang on, I've got one where she put buttons with it. It was so cute. Some of the finishes are like this little, like distressed metal. They're almost rusty looking. But here's what it looks like to put buttons through there. Isn't that cute? So I think that's cute too. And then you can, if you are patient enough, you can tie a little scrap of fabric here. But you're going to have to cut your fabric pretty small to make it go on here. It gets a little blurry. Okay. Sorry. 100 on Temu for $1.88. I figured that. I figured Temu would be the place to be. Yeah, sorry, I can't tell. Okay, I'll be more careful not to get so close. Yeah, I can see that it gets a little blurry. Okay. Very cool. Okay, so that's another idea for your bulb pins when you buy those. Okay, so now the other option is, well, before we talk about other options, let's go ahead and just make one of these. Okay, because I've shown you this whole thing here, and we'll just make one just like this. So it's super simple. I think I'm going to stick with the white. So I'm going to go with the white and move this out of the way here. And I'm using Fabri-Tac. You could probably use just any adhesive of your choice. I found that this dries fast enough for me, but you can, if you're going to Mod Podge the whole thing, you can use that for your adhesive. You can use hot glue, just whatever you would like to use to glue the paper to the poker chip. It's pretty straightforward because the surfaces are not tricky. They're very gluable to each other. So I have in advance, I have done a whole bunch of the large size, the 1.5 inch circles for us to choose from. Let me show you this. And we've got really two options. And then I'll take out a page and show you how it looks, to find what you're to find what works. So I've done some backgrounds because once you take one of your little vintage book pages, usually there's only a few images that are focal images, and the rest of it you can use for, background images. Like here's one that has a little cityscape, and here's one that has these colors. Okay. And then here's little Figaro from Pinocchio. Isn't that cute? And the little chick. Oh, I found my little bottle because I lost this lid to the big one, so I'm gonna use up my little one, and then I kind of like the little one. I wonder if you can like pour from the big one into the little one. Maybe you can. Fabri-Tac. But anyway, that's my favorite. Okay, so there's our large images. So you can either go with just one 1.5 inch circle that already has a focal point, like her, or you could use a background image and then a smaller little 1 inch circle. So let's just look and see. Let's take, for example, I've got this already trashed little golden book. You can see the binding's bad. Someone's already ripped half the pages out. It's not any good anymore. So don't anybody be afraid that I'm ruining a good book. So let's just go through here, and I just turn, of course, my punch upside down and just look at all the different things that we can do. Let's just take this last page. It's got enough cute images on there, but we can do any page we want in here. Yeah, got a new, okay. Like, look at him. Is he adorable or what? He would be, so first I check and see if the little image I want fits in the 1 inch circle. And sometimes you have to trim, of course. You guys, I know this is elementary. I know this is super easy, but I like doing the easy projects, especially for our craft and chat night. But just little tips, that you might not think of. You've got to trim close enough to get your punch on here. So let's see. That doesn't really get the whole bunny, so I can either do him as a 1 inch or I can do him as the full 1.5 inch, which happens to be way cuter because you can get the grass and the whole 9 yards on him right there. So I'm going to punch him out. And then while we're at it, let's see here. Well, that'll be good. We'll just go with that. So we're going to punch him out and we're simply going to glue him on. Let me put our little pins back over this way. As you can see he's going to fit on there perfectly. So you want to go ahead and glue him on. Maybe we can even get the bow on that one. I don't know. We'll have to see. And so I'm just going to go right on here. Now, of course, you've got all the different creative options that you always have with a project. And I know you guys are way more creative than I am. So I'm sure you're going to come up with a bunch of cool ways to do these. Like you could paint the poker chips first, you can, put those kinds of finishes on them. But this is fun because it's super quick and easy and just super cute. It's like instant gratification, right? So just another tip, using the Fabri-Tac, you really just want to tap it on here. If you press real hard, you don't need to press real hard to make it stick. And if you do, it's going to squirt out all your glue, and then it's going to come unglued later. Okay. So there's our little bunny, and we're going to set him to the side. Helen says, I've never seen a puncher like that. I need to look for one. Oh, hey, Mom. How you doing? Oh, the bee. Did we? Yeah, look, we saw the bee. Let's get the bee. We'll get the bee out of here. I'll take this page too. Okay. Let's do the bee and then give him a background. So we'll do the bee with the 1 inch. Okay, so I can cut right across here so I can get closer to the bee. And then, so now we'll do our 1 inch for the bee like this. And then we can do some background out of this. As you can see, you can look on, make sure you check the front and back. See which you like the best. But you might as well use all this up and see, look. So you're going to have a white edge. I'm sorry. Can y'all see? I know it glares a little bit. I'll scoot this out where you can see. Okay. So again, we need to trim just a little bit off so that you don't have a bunch of white left over on there. All right. So this makes a pretty one. This slides out. If that gets stuck like that, that slides out and it'll just come right out for you. Uh-oh, where'd our bee go? Oh, he's right there. Okay, so we've got the bee. And he's cute on the green background, but I happen to have done a whole bunch of this yellow from another page. And so I think he'll be cute on the yellow. So let's do him on the yellow, and then maybe we'll do the frog for the green. Let's go ahead. Here, I'll set him here. Let's go ahead and try to do our frog. We'll preserve as much of this as we can. We're still just on 1 or 2 pages. Okay. So there's our little frog, and look how cute he'll be on the green. We'll do him like this. I love that. So cute. Nettie says yellow for sure. I agree, Nettie. Yellow for sure. Okay. So we'll just get us another chip. What is it? You turn the horseshoe up for good luck? Like filling up your cup? I'm glad to see everybody tonight. Thank you. Thank you for all the thumbs up. There's 25 of us tonight. It's awesome. Okay, so here is the yellow. Fun. And then just tap, tap, tap. I'm just doing a lot of the gluing first, and then we'll do the holes and put the hardware on and stuff in just a minute on some of these other ones that are dry already. But this really doesn't take very long to dry. Okay, put a little bit more clay here. Just kind of spread that out some. It really won't take very much glue. It's just paper. Okay. And then we'll do the little frog, and we can put him on blue. Maybe he's got like water in the background or something. As long as this isn't white, and I don't even think the color would show through on white, but it certainly won't show through on that. We just checked. So let's go ahead and do this one. That's him on green. Do you think he'd be better on blue, like he's in the water? Blue or green? Horseshoe up so the luck doesn't run out. Yep. I don't know. He might look better on the green. We're on delay, so I can't wait for you guys to answer. So I'm going to pick the green. That's okay. We can use the blue for something else. There's the green. And then just a little bit of glue on the frog. And we'll be set to go here. Very cute. Okay. Very cute. We're going to set these aside to dry. I love this little yawning bunny. He's very adorable. Okay, let's put these here. Let them dry. And then you will need this tool to punch your holes. And this is called an awl. If you haven't been introduced to this tool yet, you really need one. It's AWL, an awl. And it just it's very sharp. It's not for kids. This is adults only. And you just have to use, like, this is my protection for my crafting that's on my desk. So I don't care if there's holes here. I've used it a couple times, but I do have like a mat over here to my left that's a self-healing mat. That's probably the best thing to use, or just like an old book with the cover taken off. And so the pages, protect from the sharp awl. But anyway, so we're going to choose one of these, and you guys look. I think these are so cute. Look, I'm going to put it right here in front of us. I don't want it to blur out again, but look at these adorable little birds. Aren't they cute? I glued a flower to the bottom of this one. He's on the blue background and he's on the blue. Aren't they cute? These are like two birds right there. I think they're so sweet. And there's a cow. And then here's one with the background and the little kitty right in the middle. And that one will be cute with the bow on it, right? All right, so let's do a couple of these. And basically, there's nothing to it. That's why you want to use these vintage poker chips, because they're just easy to poke the holes through. There we are. See, it just went right through. You can probably see that. No need to wiggle it around, just a small hole will do it, because we're just going to put the bulb pin through, which is a safety pin. Or we can also put a jump ring. Let me show you that. So let's go ahead and do the bulb pin. All right. So we're going to put the bulb pin in. Let's see. We can use a pretty little green one will be cute. And then I got a few little things at the craft store. So I got like these little butterflies. And I thought they would also be cute, like on the back. So I'm just going to stick this through like this. And if I think we're going to try a pink one, a pink little butterfly on the back. And see, so if it does swing around, it'll have something cute on the back. And then I think this one will be cute with the bow. So let's get one of our bows out. And I can't wait to order a whole big slew of bows because I think the bows ended up looking really pretty. This has got its own sticky. You might want to put just a little dot of glue on it just to make sure it's not going anywhere. But then the sticky's going to hold it till it dries. And you can sort of like kind of cover up the hole just a little bit, but the hole's tiny. It's not going to hurt anything. So yeah, how cute is that? Isn't that sweet? And then there it is from the back. So cute, right? And then I happened to find, okay, so like I said, we can put them on the paper clip. I mean, they're cute even on a small paper clip. Let me show you that. Wait a minute. I've got a green one. Okay. So yeah, look, they're cute even on a small paper clip. Like this one. Isn't that cute? Here it is on a little card. But then it's also cute on this. Hang on. I found these tonight at Michael's. They were in the 70% off Valentine crafts. There were these. There's like pink, white, and red. They're just plastic. I guess they're made for like little kids jewelry or little kids projects. But see, they've got the loop, the loop at the end, and this is the big, like a big lobster claw clasp, right? So, but you just open the pin up and put, yikes, put it on here. Isn't that cute? And then you can clip it on. Like you can clip it on one that you already have. Where's my journal? I got to get my journal and show you guys. I should have had that handy. Here, you can look at him right there. Okay, so oh, Laura. Helen has to keep me on my toes. So, like, you can get a little clip like this one here, and you can clip it like this, which is adorable. Or you can clip it just on the chain anywhere. As long as your holes are big enough. Oh, wait. It might not actually work on this one. Hold up. You can put a bigger jump ring like this one on your chain if you need to. And see, hang it from there. Isn't that cute? Or he can have his own little she can have her own little clip like this. And see, it just clips on your cover. Cute, right? I love it. So yeah, and then I did the little birds and I put them on white with the little white butterfly charm. Isn't that cute? I know, Helen. I love the little devil too. I've got plenty of them. I don't know exactly how I want to list them. Maybe I'll just list several of these charms that I'm making. Like maybe I'll put pictures on the community tab and you can just put claim underneath them. You can email me, fatbirdfinds@gmail.com. And they'll just be little $5 charms. Of course, they make little clips like this that you can buy at the craft store and put them on here. But they are just so much fun. I found these, and I think I'm going to put the little devils on these. I found these little charms that already have a little heart and some little cherries. And so I think those would be cute with the little devil on there. Aren't they adorable? Yeah, so that is really all there is to it. That is the basics for sure. And you can just have like tons of fun. Oh yeah, I put the little, did I show you? I put the little butterfly on the back of that one too. So what else oh yeah, our other ones are dry, so we can do our other ones. Let's do let's do a few more of these so that you guys get the idea of poking the holes and everything. I also looked for some little flower appliques. I'm gonna keep looking. I didn't see any tonight that I liked. But you guys may have other little notions and things like that hanging around. Let's see, I'm going to put a jump ring on here. I'm not really good at jump rings yet. You guys are probably better than me at them. But, so I'm going to use these silver ones because those are the bigger ones. And I don't have as much trouble with those. The gold ones I got are kind of small. And I think my pliers are kind of large. And so it doesn't really do too great. But, okay. So a jump ring is just got one little opening in the wire. And you just pull it apart like that. And gonna put it through the hole. This is a little harder than the bulb pin to kind of get right and get in there. This one's, hold on everybody. Make sure the hole is visible. Trick is not to get it too close to the top. Okay, so there it goes. Hang on. There he is. And we'll put the little butterfly on the back. What color do we want? Not green. You don't have any green in it. Maybe the white one. We'll put the little white butterfly on the back like that. And then we'll put him on a little white heart. Like that. Or let's put it on this side. There we go. And then just close it right back up. Like I said, you can practice doing those jump rings. I'm not very good at it yet. But then look how cute that is. And he is ready to go. He's ready to just... I know I need jewelry pliers. I just now started getting interested in it. So those are just from the dollar store. So this little clip is a little too small. But it's really cute on like this. That kind of clip, which you can buy at the craft store too. Isn't that sweet? I love him. I just think these are the perfect size. And it just combines like our love of our little children's books with our jewelry and our charms. If you guys want me to check out, I'll check my stash and see if I've got enough poker chips to sell plain poker chips. How's that? I will do that. So you can watch, I will make the announcement on the community tab, and or you can email me. And maybe I'll just put some little packets together. Maybe one charm and then some plain poker chips with it. How would that be? Oh, and here's the ones we did earlier. They're so cute. It helps if you have 2 pliers. Yes, I bet it does. Let's do a couple more. Because I can't resist. Yeah, I could do them for that, couldn't I, Dawn? Do them for the craft sale that we're having. It's next month. Christy, if you want to put in the chat when the craft sale is, that would be great. It's in March. I know that. Yeah, I want to make some of these for that. It's a good idea. Okay. Let's see. Let's do... I think I want to do yellow again. And then do a chick. Because that'll be so cute for Easter. We'll do this little guy. March the 21st is the craft sale. So about a month away. I'm going to scoot him a little off center so that we can put the bow. Because I'm loving the bows. And then I think I'll do... Oh, that one's got a 4-leaf clover on it. He's a little bit different. He looks like he might be a different size. Let's see. Nope, same size. put him on there. Oh, so cute. Okay, you guys. Oops. So I hope you guys had fun doing that. I think this is really the most easy and fun little craft I've done in a long time. I really, really like it. Look at that little yawny bunny. Thanks, Debbie K. Okay, now I'll be chatty with you guys while I finish some of these up. The tutorial is over, if that's what you were here for. I hope you enjoyed this video. And watch for our craft sale here on YouTube coming up on March the 21st. And if I can maybe get some together before that, watch my community tab and I will announce that I have some little packs for sale of these vintage poker chips if I find enough. Helen says, well, Helen, what'd you say, Helen? Laura, I'm glad you came on tonight. I always give 2 chances. You always give 2 chances. Oh, because I missed the other night? You gave me a second chance? Oh, here's the ones we did earlier. So here's the little frog. And I did those the other night. Helen, you are a hoot. I love when you're here. Okay, let's do him. See, it just really goes right through. What do you guys think about Mod Podge? Do you think Mod Podge would improve this? Or do you think it's necessary? I'm not sure. I think it looks really cute. The diameter of the chips, it's just, look, see, you can't see anything around it. It's this, where's my punch? It's pretty much this exact diameter of this 1.5-inch punch. I feel like that's pretty important because, you know, the craft wouldn't be nearly as fun or easy. I think so too, Karen. I think they look cute the way they are. Yeah, it won't be so as fun and easy if you can't punch out the circles. Because you know how hard it is to cut out a circle even if you trace it first? It's really hard to cut out a regular circle. Not a regular circle, but you know what I'm saying? Like super straight. That kind of covers up his little hands and ears, but oh well. In fact, I think I want to take it off. You can't see his cute little face. You know what? I found some stickers. I'm going to let that dry and I'm going to reglue it on a different one. Let me see my stickers. I found these little bitty stickers and I wonder, I need tweezers too. I need those great I use a matte medium. Mod Podge dry, shiny, and can be sticky. Yeah, the matte medium. That would be a great idea. Look at these. These are so cute. But yeah, I need some little. I need tweezers for my stickers that are little like this. But look, like for him, like he needs a little something extra, right? Look at his. That's cute on there. But I don't know. It doesn't really show that great, does it? Wow, I think YouTube is back. What's that mean, Deb? Oh, did you have trouble today getting on? I'm sorry. So I'm going to put him on this little. On the little paper clip. Oh, it's been a major outage. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there he is. Got him propped up over there. There's our little bee. This would be cute if you have a steady enough hand. This would be cute with like a little hand-drawn design around that one, wouldn't it? Now, here's one that might be cute with the bow. Not that one. The books would be cute, decorated with the bow, or this little bunny guy would be. Let's do him. You could take a little pin and just do a dash and a dot. Yeah, that would be cute. That looks almost like stitches. Good idea, Karen. Let's do maybe yellow for him. We'll put yellow for him. And then let's give him a butterfly on the back. We'll give him a pink. And then he could be on a heart. A little pink heart. Can't he? And then we'll give him the little bow. What do you guys think? I just think they're so cute. You know what, Karen? While we're talking about it, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the little stitches around the bee. Let's do that. Yeah, Karen, that looks good. I like it. Okay, let's look at what we did one more time before we go. Let's do, I'm going to scoot these over. There's my little drying pad there. And so we've got the little Easter bunny on the pink heart. We've got the deer. We've got little Raggedy Ann. We've got the little yawning Easter bunny. And then we've got, oh, here, let's put them on a card where you can see them. We've got the little fat birds. They look like the fat birds, don't they? And we've got this little single bird. The bunny's cute, isn't he? Okay, gotta scoot these little guys over. And there we go. If you guys want to request any of these, you can do that by email. I'm gonna sell them for $5 each. I sold some on Friday night. I'll sell them for $5 each, and the ones from the show tonight, I will put some blank poker chips with them. I'll put at least three, like 3 or 4 blank poker chips with them if you want to request those. I just think they turned out adorable. So let me turn my camera around here so that I can talk to you guys before we all have to go. Here we are. Thank you so much for being here. Karen says I'm going to need that bunny. Okay. Thank you guys so much for being here. You know, I hope you know that I always appreciate you. This is the ride or die crew here. You guys are always here. We're always crafting together, having so much fun. You always give all the likes, all the support. So I just really want to thank you. We are still sitting on the same number of people on the channel that we've had. So maybe we'll grow. Maybe if you get a chance to share it out with somebody, you'll share this little craft, because I think this is a really cute one, a really good way for people to get introduced to the channel, because it's just a fun and easy and cute little craft. It's good for like craft fairs and things like that. So just share this with a friend if you can. And I'm trying to think, when's the next time I'm going to see you guys? Probably the next time's probably going to be Friday on Flippin' and Sippin', unless I pop on Vamp earlier. As you guys all know, I'm trying to do more on Vamp. And so watch for notifications as always. And again, thank you guys all for being here. Yes, you guys are all the goat. Thank you guys all for being here. Love you guys. And stay tuned to see what Fatbirdfinds next. and we will see each other on the next one. Good night, everybody.